Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Faye Karaoke, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing. If you're a returning viewer, returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support. So on this channel, I talk about motherhood, I talk about nursing, I talk about immigration, and I talk about lifestyle. So if any of those topics interest you, you can click the subscribe button down below, and yeah, that way you don't miss any of the topics that I'll be talking about. So today I talk about motherhood because it's Sunday. Sundays I spare Sundays for motherhood business and motherhood, parenting in general, all that. So today I'm gonna talk about maintaining a healthy relationship with your school going child. How to maintain a healthy relationship with your school going child. And this is because I just realized that it's the school semester has been, it's already halfway, and schools now are starting to break for fall break in the United States. So I mean, we can use this time to reconnect with our children because you know we've been busy. I mean, we've been busy. Our kids go to school, and when they come back, we are busy helping them with homework, and then we want them to go to bed early. So we never have that really time to just interact with them, just share something with them. So I'm going to be sharing 3 ways that we can create a stronger bond between us and our school going kids. And I'm going to major on the 6 to 12 year olds. And I think this is the age that, especially if your child just started going to school, it's a time that you're gonna see so many changes now because your child is interacting with other kids, your child is not home as often, your child is learning other new things out there. And you might have already seen, like, sometimes kids will come home and they'll use some new language. It doesn't have to be like a banned language or anything, but they might be using some new phrases that you guys don't use at home, and you're like, wait a minute, where did you learn that, or how did that happen? So I'm gonna share the 3 tips on how to bond with your school going child during the fall break. Right, guys, tip number 1 is to create rituals of togetherness. And this can be anything, just simple things like eating together, just sharing a meal together. And as you share a meal, make sure that there are no disruptions, no one is on the phone. Make sure that no one is like maybe watching TV, just getting invested on what you're doing at that time. And as you share a meal, you can share like meals, like family tradition meals, and those will create a bond, a stronger bond between you and your child, and they will even get to know more about their family. Also, as you can create chores that you can do with your child. Like, maybe if it's cleaning, you can maybe clean with your child. Just make sure that you're coming up with activities that are child appropriate depending with the age of your child. As I said, I'm talking about kids between 6 to 12 years old, and I know that's a big gap because what a 12-year-old can do, I don't think a 6-year-old can do. So just coming up with activities that are age appropriate for your child. Also, you can like just have a time where you and your child can just share ideas. Just have a time, maybe one of the days when they're off school, you just say, we're gonna sit down and share ideas. You tell me your ideas or you'd like to share with me. I'm here for you. Just let them talk it out, and that way it'll help us also like to understand them better, and it will also help them to know that there's someone there that can listen to them. And this is a good way also to lay a foundation, especially like when they become teenagers, because sometimes teenagers can try to keep things to themselves. Now they'll know that they have someone there that they can always share with. Number 2 is to foster uniqueness. So this can be really hard because I feel like we always have preset way of how we want our children to look like. Sometimes we feel like my child can only be like this, or my child can only do this and this, but we need to be a little flexible and let our children be unique. So just letting them be and supporting their uniqueness too, making sure that when they say this is what I like, just trying to understand why they like what they like, and how also you can support them to grow in the right way with what they like. Also, if it's something that you feel like you're not comfortable with, maybe your child likes maybe certain kind of music and you feel like this is not really what I want my child to be listening to, you can find other things that are within within that lane that your child likes, and then you can try, as you foster their uniqueness, to take them to the other side of what you think is appropriate for them. Because again, as parents, as moms, all we want is the best for our children. We don't want them to fall. We just want to make sure that they are on the right track, but also that we are supporting them. Also, all right, number 3 is to stay interested. I think this is the most difficult, especially if your child is like on the younger side, because and I'm like I have a 6-year-old, and I think she's still like in the magical world, and sometimes it can be very, very difficult to just listen to them, keep be just staying interested in what they're saying, because sometimes they talk of things that they don't even exist. So we still need to try to be interested in their topics. Just as they talk to us, let us show concern, let us show that we are getting what they're saying, and of course try to guide them in the right way. So when we stay interested in listening to them, we can also understand their feelings, because sometimes this is the way they express themselves. This is the way that they express their experiences. Like they might say something that happened, maybe when they were at school, and they might just say it as a story. And when you listen, then you'll be able to understand what they're trying to say, and you'll be able to guide them. Like you can, if they share something that happened, or if they tell you a story, and they're telling you a story, you can always say, if this happens to you, this is how you can respond. So this video is really short, so I'm gonna stop right there. Those are the 3 things that I'm gonna be trying when my child comes on fall break, and it'll be creating rituals that that boost our togetherness, fostering uniqueness, and also staying interested.